And just when you thought Huel had everything covered, they just dropped a first-of-its-kind Super Greens drink in a can.
Yes, it's called the Huel Daily Greens Ready to Drink. Forget powders, forget pills. This is your daily greens. Sparkling, refreshing, and ready whenever you are. It's sparkling and comes in flavours like blueberry, apple, and peach that are actually delicious.
Yeah, and it's got 42 vitamins and minerals and superfoods. Only 25 calories, 4 grams of fibre, 1 gram of sugar, and it's made by dietitians.
Unreal.
Together, Huel makes healthy eating simple. Try both today with 15% off your first purchase for new customers with my exclusive code BALLTALK. That's BALLTALK. Visit huel.com/BALLTALK.
Use our code and fill out the post-checkout survey to help support the show. Yes, people, welcome back to Ball Talk. My name is Noah, and as always, I'm here with the main man, Lewis Bryon.
Hello.
I didn't do your Crystal Palace intro. You hate it when I do, and you hate it when I don't.
No, I don't know you when you don't. I prefer you not to, but...
Crystal Palace legend, if you're wondering. Right, today,
Yes.
pro footballer, which is Lewis, not me.
Ex-pro footballer.
Ex-pro footballer debunks football myths.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of things people say.
There is so much waffle online.
There's a lot of waffle online. Is it true? Is it not true?
Yeah.
So I'm going to pose to you some prompts. You're going to have a little chat about it. You're either going to debunk it or agree with it.
Yeah.
And I might play devil's advocate. Might be a bit
Or just
cheeky,
give your
you know?
opinion,
Yeah, I will.
opinion,
Yeah. Okay. If it's obvious, because some of them might be.
Yeah, okay.
We'll see. So, question 1. It's not a question. Prompt 1. Myth 1.
Yes.
Every footballer loves football.
That's definitely not true. No.
How is it not true?
No, it's not. I'd actually say it's majority of footballers. It depends what you mean by love football. Because some footballers do see football as just a job. Like, they'll not speak about it outside of training. They'll definitely not watch it.
I find that mental, by the way.
The amount of footballers that don't actually watch football is crazy. But it's just because I was the same. When I played, I'd barely watched football.
Really?
Because you're in it all day, every day. So it consumes your mind.
Yeah, but you're not watching it in training.
You watch yourself. You do. People don't really. You do analysis sessions.
Yeah, but you're shit, so don't you then want to watch Arsenal?
Like it's just your whole life's football for so long, and then you have a few hours away from the training ground, and you don't want to then. If you do want to then watch football, then I just think fair play because you must really love the sport. But,
yeah.
But you can still love it and not want to watch it that much.
Like I kind of get it.
Like when I had to stop playing football, I started watching football again because I like the sport, but I can't do it 24/7. No one can do their whole job 24/7 because it gets too much.
I do get what you're saying. Do you understand why it seems mental to like a non-footballer who loves football? Like my dream obviously would be to play football every day, talk about football, watch football.
Yeah.
But then you're saying when you're actually doing it,
and you're not that's playing football. You're not taking into account taking football as your job. So there's a lot more that goes into just playing football. Like I said, you've got the gym sessions before, gym sessions after. You've got to watch your diet and your nutrition really, really well. You're doing sometimes hours of analysis every day. You're traveling up and down the country. Like it's hard to, like, some players do just love football.
Yeah.
But when you're in it and you've been in it for so long, sometimes a lot of players do just see it as a job.
So you think like tonight, as we're recording, Champions League's on.
Yeah.
Liverpool players played last night. They're not watching Champions League games.
Some might. It's very dependent. It's very dependent. And I think Champions League, like if you're playing in the Champions League and watching the Champions League, it's a bit different. Like you're talking the elite of the league.
Got you. Yeah.
But I don't know. Some will and some won't. I know there's famous ones that are like Ben White doesn't watch any football.
Yeah.
He fucking won't be watching tonight. Ronaldo, I think, has come out and said he doesn't really barely watches football.
Yeah.
And it don't surprise me because it consumes the rest of his life.
Do you think that is mainly elite players? Do you and this is no disrespect, do you think like a League Two or a National League player is watching football because it's not as intense for them?
No, I think it's probably worse for them.
Really?
They'd watch their team if they supported team.
Yeah.
I think. But like in the Prem Champions League. But they're not going to be as into it as a non-player. Like, example, my pal he plays National League now, but he's been in League 1, League 2, same age as me, 25, 26. He doesn't watch football. He just doesn't watch it. But he loves football, he loves playing.
Yeah.
He just doesn't watch it.
I find it mad.
Yeah.
That is crazy. So, every footballer loves football. Myth or myth debunked?
No, so that's a myth. Wait, what would I say?
Yeah, hang on. Every footballer loves...
Yeah, that statement is a
myth. Yeah. Okay, right. 1 and done. 2. Pro footballers live a glamorous lifestyle.
Yeah. So we've spoke about this before.
Yeah, we
think
have.
At the top level, and I'm talking within professional footballers, the top 1% of them professional footballers live a glamorous lifestyle. Again, there's still things that people don't see. That in terms of if you're playing at that top 1%, the good things are you're earning stupid money, right? You're playing football at the top level, that's your career. But then you've also got, you're a very well-known figure, generally.
Yeah.
You probably can't go to a restaurant without someone trying to take a photo of you.
Yeah.
There's so much media and scrutiny on every move you make, like whether you misplace a pass on the weekend or whether you're like out with your mates.
Yeah.
So you can argue which one outweighs, do the pros outweigh the cons? Is it glamorous? Some ways, yes, but in some ways it's not glamorous at all. You spend 3/4 of your life away from other people because you can't go out in the public.
Yeah.
And then if you go lower down the leagues, if you go to like even League One, League Two, like it's definitely nowhere near as glamorous as what people think. They don't earn as much as you think.
Yeah.
It's a short career. You're retiring at, let's say 35, maybe in League Two, League One, you might be on a couple grand a week.
Yeah.
And that's only to say if you get to 35. But
Yeah.
You might drop down the leagues.
Of course.
You can have a bad game and you've lost your job,
Yeah.
technically. And yeah, I don't think it's as glamorous as people think. There's a lot more security in other jobs where you sort of know you're going to be okay. You can have that job for the next 20 years. And it's not like there's pressure on you every day that if you just slip off a little bit, you're going to be sacked.
Yeah.
Just name a job. What's a job? A normal job, you'd say. Well,
Postman.
Like, imagine he just turns up to couple houses a day late, and then he gets sacked. That is basically what it is.
Yeah, I do get you.
And then he's like, the next postman, the next company he tries to work for, they're going to be like, no, you weren't good enough. You're going to drop down to, I don't know, the
junior
postman. Yeah, it's mad.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I do get you. I think what you say about like, as soon as you go lower down, like there's loads, like, to be completely honest, there's loads of championship players. If they walk past me, I wouldn't have a clue.
No. That's the good side of it.
Yes.
Because you're playing football and you haven't got the media attention on you.
However, I reckon you'd say like 97% of Prem, La Liga, Serie A players do live a glamorous lifestyle. You get the outlier like Kanté who drives a Prius at Chelsea.
Yeah.
However, they do all sometimes own stupid pink G-Wagons.
You're defining glamorous as having nice things, going to nice holidays, but is glamorous spending 3 days a week in a hotel? Is it not going out to restaurants in a public place? Like,
see, do you know why this is so hard? Because 3 days in a week in a glamorous hotel sounds
not
great.
In a glamorous hotel. Like, well, you can call it. I'm talking like away trips or even home trips. The teams will stay in a hotel the night before. Like, that's not glamorous to me. Travelling up to Burnley and staying in a hotel the night before a game every week.
Then what do you say to the people who go, "Oh, poor you"?
No, listen, that weren't the statement.
Yeah.
I'm not saying poor footballers have to stay in hotels.
Got
I'm
you.
just saying it's not as glamorous as what people make out.
So pro footballers live a glamorous lifestyle. Is it true or is it false?
I don't know. Like, I'd have to say that statement has to be false because it's defined pro. If you would say like Champions League footballers live a glamorous lifestyle, I'd be more inclined to say yes.
But the majority, aren't top level.
Yeah.
Okay, I get that. Statement 3. Lower league isn't that far off Premier League quality.
Lower league is in what, League 2 and 1?
Yeah.
No, it's fucking miles off.
Really?
Yeah. Like, you get the odd player who could, like, it might be a young player who's left a Premier League club at 20 to go get some men's football.
Yeah.
You get the odd player that could definitely jump up and has the quality, but he's still going to struggle to stand out really in that team because it's a team game. I think the technical ability is miles off, the intensity is miles off, and the physicality, and that's because of how well they look after their body.
The intensity thing always shocks me because we had a discussion with Ken, because I'm like, if you're League One, why don't you train as intensely as a Prem team? Because then you'd be amazing. Yeah,
it's true, but you can't. If I was a Premier League player playing Premier League intensity and I went and played for a League One team for 6 months, I can't, with my intensity, drive all their fitness and levels up. Like, it's not going to happen. And we spoke about it before, it's not just your fitness in terms of how hard you can run and how long for. It's your speed of thought and your ability on the ball. If I can, every single time I get it, have a great first touch and pass off really quick, knowing where my next pass is, that improves the tempo of the play. And when the tempo of the play is higher, you're going to be naturally get more fit.
So you think if like, let's say you, right, if you didn't have your injuries, everyone said how good you were as a youngster. If you then, kissing ass, if you then played for a League One team for a year, do you think you'd get worse?
No, my ability wouldn't get worse. What would happen is the intensity I'm playing at would drop off because I'm playing it to someone and he might have to take 3 touches and an extra second to know where he's passing.
Got you.
And then it would probably be, let's say I played for a year in a League One team and then went back to a Premier League team. It would probably take me a few weeks to get back up to speed.
Got you.
Because I've been used to that environment.
And I think that the players that we see in like the Prem now that have played lower leagues are class.
Yeah.
Like when Eze dropped down, Morgan Rogers.
You mean from
Vardy?
When they've gone low to high or high to low?
Well, if they've played low at any point, they are and come up. You don't get like, oh, we played League One and now he's an average right back. Do you know what I mean? They tend to be like real good.
Yeah, because it's fucking hard to get out of it.
Yeah.
Like if you're just a little bit better than everyone else, you probably will just get swallowed up by that environment. Yeah. I'm trying to think of else. Vardy's a mad one.
Vardy's the best one, isn't
it? That's a one-off maverick as well. Like you're not going to get that much.
Yeah.
But Eze was top. Antoine Semenyo top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, lower league isn't that far off Premier League quality?
No, that's a myth. Yeah, it is far.
Big myth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Defo.
No offence, League One players.
Yeah.
Number 4, footballers don't care about being benched if they're collecting a big cheque.
See, this is a... What do you think on this? As a football fan?
It's a hard one because, as we always do, I'm speaking as someone who isn't as good as Premier League footballers at football. So sitting here now, I'd go, I'd sit on Arsenal's bench for 20k. Obviously, I would.
Yeah.
But if I was in and around the Arsenal level, great, I'm getting money.
But what do you think? What do you think they think?
I think most of them do care about being benched. There'll be a few that I don't know.
There'll definitely be the odd player that isn't too fussed. Like they obviously will have some small part of them that cares, but there'll be the odd player that isn't really too fussed whether they're on the bench or not. Especially depends where they are in their career. If they're later on,
yes, definitely.
If you're later on and you're a bit like you're a bit out of your prime and you're playing for, let's say, a massive club, you're not going to care that much.
Scott Carson, we always say.
Legend.
What a ledge.
But 95% of footballers, let's say in the Prem, that are being benched, they do care massively, even if they're collecting a stupid wage.
So if we're talking about someone, we mentioned Ben White, who says he doesn't like football.
Yeah.
Surely then he's...
No, because, listen, these players all, to get to where they've got to, they've all had to be, 1, really talented, but 2, extremely competitive. And as well, they all have massive egos. So you have to really to get there. So they're not going to want to be getting second choice to some other player. They're going to want to play, and they probably all think they should be playing. Plus, they know if that happens too long, it's not long before that wage goes and they start dropping down the list. So it's not just like, right, I'm sitting back and collecting a wage, because they know the effects that can have. Plus, it's their ego, man. So I would not care how much I'm on. If I'm getting benched, I'm going to be pissed off.
If you were when you were 22, you were on 100k because you were fucking wonder kid.
Yeah.
You're on the bench 90% of the season.
Yeah, I'll be absolutely fuming.
Really?
Yeah. Especially if I would, and most players would believe that they should be starting.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think fans get that massively wrong, and I think a lot of that comes from emotion of fans, just from like, it's like, oh, like, show us you care a bit, but like, what are they supposed to do if they're just sitting on the bench all the time?
Yeah, and I think
it's the money that they're just pissed off that they're not technically doing what they're getting paid to do.
Yeah.
And the amount they're getting paid is ridiculous.
Yeah, I think the hard thing when we do these things is, I speak as a fan mostly, but also I've spoken to you and other footballers so much that I am starting to get it. Obviously, as fans, we go, I'd sit on the bench 50k, but that's because we're not very good at football.
Yeah, you're comparing it to whatever whatever you do now, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. If you were really good at football, then your attitude would be different. I'm this good at football, so I should be playing in the Champions League.
Yeah, and it's the route you've gone to get there. It's mad.
Yeah. So footballers don't care about being benched.
No, they do care. That's a
myth. Got you. This one's an interesting one.
It is.
It's going to hurt some City fans out there. Number 5, Pep Guardiola has killed entertaining football / creative players.
I actually disagree.
Oh.
A lot of, I think that'll be an unpopular opinion.
So I'm going to play devil's advocate, but carry on.
Yeah, so I think I see a stat the other day, right, where people say Pep Guardiola's killed football. He's everything's just pass, trying to work something and get close to the box and score, and that just killed the opposition with their possession.
Yeah.
But I think I'm not sure what season this was. It might have been the last couple of years or last season or something like that. But Pep Guardiola's Man City has had more shots outside the box than anyone else in the league.
Oh, wow.
So that's a stat right there that shows you that theory of he's killing it with just passes and making it a bit boring can't be true.
Talk about the 4 centre-backs then. The thing with modern fullbacks, exciting. You talk your Munoz's at Crystal Palace, your Ola Ainers, the Robinsons. They get up the pitch and they play as almost wingers.
Yeah.
City playing with 4 centre-backs just to control the ball. Is that not boring?
Yeah, but you look at that, but they have their wingers always wide, City, whereas a lot of teams that have their fullbacks really high and wide have their wingers tucking in. So it's basically he's just doing it at a deeper position.
Okay.
In my opinion.
Okay, yeah.
And there was also, I think it was Kingsley Coman or one of the Bayern Munich wingers. He said all his life he'd been told he's dribbling too much. Like, you need to pass the ball quicker. He said when Pep Guardiola was in with him at Bayern Munich, they set up their systems and strategy so he could get himself in as many one-on-one positions. And apparently Pep just said, go and beat him.
Really?
So it's like, I feel like it can massively get misinterpreted.
Well, let me chuck Grealish at you then.
Yeah.
Because that's probably the biggest example of someone who was such a flair player, take-ons galore, known for winning the most free kicks ever.
Yeah.
And he's just fizzled because you see what him and it's kind of happening with Doku, but he's a bit better this season. Get down the wing, come back inside, keep the ball. Martinelli does it. Get down the wing really fast. Oh, I'm going to cut back and keep the ball.
Yeah.
Is that not what? And Arteta is a student of Pep Guardiola. There is Martinelli, Grealish, maybe a bit of Doku. Their creativity, whether it's them or it's the manager, has diminished.
Yeah. I think Jack Grealish at Aston Villa, that's what we're all comparing it off.
Correct.
That's what we see. But at Aston Villa, he was the main man, as in, like, they just gave the ball to him and let him do what he wants. Like, I don't think he's killed his creativity. He just didn't get the ball as much.
Because there are other players who are good as, not better.
10 others on the pitch that are just the same level as him.
Yeah.
So I'm like, he obviously didn't look as creative, but I don't think it's necessarily Pep Guardiola killing him. It's like, right, we can't just give it to you in this team. We've got players that are better than you. Yeah,
that is an interesting way to look at it. I guess he was better by a long way than anyone at Villa.
Yeah, and you can't just put it all on Pep. Like Grealish, he can still, unless he's getting told to play like that, like as in not perform as good.
Yeah, and I can't imagine that if Pep has this thing of let's not lose the ball, keep the ball, and then in a game Grealish does 5 take-ons, 3 of them work, one of them leads to a goal, he's going to go, don't do that again.
Yeah, he's not going to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. He let Messi do it.
Yeah.
If Jack Grealish started off like Messi, he would let him do it.
Yeah. Okay, that's an interesting point. So has Pep Guardiola killed entertaining football?
No, I don't think so.
Myth?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very like...
It's subjective.
Yeah,
People
it's very subjective.
go at you in the comments, which I look forward to. Number 6. Footballers only train for 2 hours a day.
I was trying to think. I'm thinking, should I keep this one in? Footballers only train for 2 hours a day. Well, I can talk about it. We might get rid of it.
Cool. All right. Footballers only train for 2 hours a day.
So that's a lie. As I mentioned earlier, the actual training session might be even shorter than that. Hour and a half, hour and 45. But then before you go into training, you've got probably 45 minutes of like pre-ab, getting yourself ready for training. After training, you'll have gym session, which will be like an hour of strength. Lunch comes, you might have a second afternoon session, whether that's in the gym or training, technical stuff. And then it's you might as well have, most days, depending on the manager, have like half hour to an hour of like team analysis on yourselves and the opponents. And then you've also got 24/7 lifestyle of looking after your body, whether that's when you're eating your food, what you're eating, what you're drinking, how many hours you're sleeping. Like, you've got to keep all of this in track, and then you're traveling for half the time anyway.
So you're kind of, you think, or you're kind of training all the time.
Yeah, they're just, I'm guessing that's just taken into account time,
I think they're just saying like
the main pitch session.
Yes.
But there's so much more to it. So you're training. Listen, it's easy to say you're training all the time with like food and stuff, but there is it's always on your mind, I think.
I think some people will say, though, like, yeah, you've trained for 2 hours, pre-ab's a fucking warm-up, watching analysis is sitting down watching a video. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but pre-ab's definitely, you do a warm-up on the pitch. Pre-ab is like actually probably worse than doing like gym strength training because you don't feel any like pump or anything like that.
Yeah.
You don't feel like you're actually getting a workout in. You sort of, it's more of the boring exercises that get your muscles activated. So that's even harder to do. Yeah, in my opinion. But I think people don't realise the travelling. If you don't travel that much, it sounds nice, right? And if you don't stay in that many, like if you don't travel to hotels and stuff like that, it sounds nice that you travel every week and stay in hotels every week, even fly across to Europe and stuff like that. But that's got to be the worst, I think.
Really?
If every footballer would say, just get rid of it, cut the travelling out, if that was possible.
That is interesting because, again, sitting on a train up to Newcastle with the boys doesn't sound that bad to me.
Because I'd sit on I mean, they'd get planes most of the time or train, but I used to sit on a coach like 5 hours, possibly longer because you stop off. And 4 of it, you're just sitting on your own, like headphones in, don't know what to do with yourself. So everyone's just tired.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. I guess on the way back as well is rank.
On the way, if you lose. Yeah.
If you lose,
if you lose on the way back on the coach is rank.
Okay, so footballers only train for 2 hours a day.
Well, it's factually wrong.
Myth. Okay. The Prem isn't the hardest league in the world. I'm putting this one to you.
No, the Prem definitely is the hardest league in the world.
You say definitely. If you look at like latter stages of Champions Leagues.
Yeah, but that's not a league. That's an individual team within a league.
Yeah, but you get like more La Liga and Serie A than you get Premier League.
I just think, right, the amount of players I've seen who have played in the Prem for a good few years and then go to, let's say, the French League, La Liga or Bundesliga, and they rip it up because, especially in France and Germany, you get more time on the ball, the tempo's slower, and it's more just like casual, in my opinion, or just lower intensity.
So then why are we not beating these teams at every opportunity?
Because I think these leagues do have 1 or 2 in them that
your PSG, your Bayern, your Barca, Real Madrid.
Yeah, that are extremely good level.
Okay.
But the drop-off is a lot bigger. But
like, for example, at the time of recording, Liverpool lost last night to Olympiacos. Yeah. Why is that happening if Liverpool are the best team in the best league?
Yeah, well, you could say as well, this has only just popped into my head actually, that every week in the Prem, all teams, when they're playing each other, it's like anyone can really win.
Yeah, that is true.
So it's like they've got to give their all mentally and physically to win them games. And then because they're all such big games, when you go into a Champions League match, that's also a big game. So it's not really although it's a step up in competition, it's not really like, right, we've got to get up for this.
I see what you're saying.
Whereas if a Villarreal is playing against, I don't know, like the rest of the Spanish league, and it's like, right, we can do these quite easily. Yeah. And then they go and play an Arsenal away in Champions League. They're like, right, this is a step up. We've got to get up for this. Yeah. And I feel like that's why it can get more out of them in that competition.
I do know what you're saying because I also think that happens massively in the Premier League. Yeah. At the start of the season, Arsenal beat Man United 1-0, but they were by far the better team. Yeah. Then Brentford beat Man United. So then people are going like, well, Brentford have got to be better than Arsenal, haven't they? Do you know what I mean? But teams get up for different games for different reasons. Yeah. So I do get what you're saying. So you think by far...
It's less of an occasion for Premier League teams because it's the standard they're at every day is always higher.
So for you, the Premier League isn't the hardest league in the world is a complete myth.
Yeah. And also you see players who have been in the leagues we talked about, Spanish Bundesliga for a few years, come over, they're ripping it up over there. They come over and they struggle. It takes them ages to get used to it, if they ever do.
Yeah, Sesko at the minute.
Sesko, I mean, there's been so...
Florian Wirtz, Jesus.
Who was the guy that Chelsea bought a couple of years ago? The little number 10.
João Felix.
João Felix.
Yeah. Okay, so the Prem by far is the hardest league in the world for you?
Yeah. What about you?
Yeah.
Like by far, think maybe not by far, but it's definitely like certain.
Yeah. I think if you look at like Sunderland at the minute, just battering everyone.
I know. Yeah. They're basically a championship team.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think you'd get like Real Oviedo going up to La Liga and battering Barcelona. Do you know what I mean?
No,
I do know what you mean. So yeah, I think the Prem is the hardest as well. I want you to lead this one.
Yeah.
Because you got some feelings about this.
I do. Yeah. What would you define as tech in football?
When you say the word tech, I think skills. I think Ronaldinho.
Yeah.
I think like flip-flaps, roulettes, step-overs. That's what I define as tech.
Yeah, so let me put this to you then. If you've got 2 players.
Yeah.
And one of them is exactly how you said, right? He's silky on the ball. He looks good. His technique's great.
Yeah.
Banging flip-flaps that are smooth.
Yeah.
And then he tries to smack it top bins and it misses, let's say. Goes 10 yards wide. Or his output's not as good, but he looks unreal and you could tell he's got good technique.
Yeah.
And then you got another player who, on the ball, he looks like he never dribbled before. Can't kick a football. Like, looks like he can't kick a football properly.
Yeah.
He looks ugly on the ball.
Yeah.
But then when he shoots or when he passes, it goes straight to the player or it goes top bins.
Yeah.
Like, who's got more tech?
Well, when you put it like that, the word tech is
out of them two players, who has more tech?
the one that scores the most.
The one that scores the most. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. You're not putting aesthetics over output.
So we're talking like, I'm gonna rattle some Liverpool fans. Mo Salah.
Yeah,
I don't think looks good playing football.
No, yeah.
I don't enjoy watching him play.
Like, say he looks even worse, but he still scored the numbers.
Yeah.
And then you've got a Ronaldinho.
Yeah.
But he's like, the numbers aren't there.
Yeah.
Who's got more tech?
Yeah, Salah.
Salah. That's what I mean. And a lot of players put aesthetics over output.
Yeah.
And I'm probably guilty of it as well. Like I say some people are better than Salah sometimes because I think the way I can just tell they're good at football.
Yeah.
By the way they look and move. But if they're not scoring, if they're the same position as Salah and not scoring the goals.
I think this also, remember me, you, Ken had this debate about the Rodri Vinicius Junior Ballon d'Or.
Oh, yeah.
Vinicius Junior obviously looks more aesthetically pleasing than Rodri.
It doesn't to me though.
Yeah, but he's got he's fast,
just
he's
more
got
skillful.
agile. Yeah, this is what I'm saying.
Rodri still looks technical.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But he might be Vinicius might be more enjoyable to watch because of the flair. But Rodri is by a fucking mile better than him.
Yeah, that's what I'm
because
saying.
of output.
Yeah, and how good he is at what he does.
Yeah.
Like, not many people can do what he does as consistently as him.
So you think Salah looks shit, but
Rodri's more enjoyable to watch for me than Vinny.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
I think you have to be in the gap. I feel like a lot of people.
Yeah.
If you understand what he's doing.
Yeah.
Which some people do, some people don't.
So you think Salah looks shit but is good?
No.
And you think Vinny Junior looks shit and is shit?
No.
That's the myth. Okay, that was interesting.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying. Sometimes it is still more enjoyable to watch the flip flaps though.
That's what I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
But like that's what I'm saying. If let's say you're in the school, right? In school, year 10, you're like 15, 14.
Yeah.
You're on the field. Someone who's like doing flip flaps and taking on people or like looks unreal. But then you've got some guy who's like just
slaps
two
it.
left feet, but slaps it every time.
Yeah.
Like who's got more tech?
Bit like Jokeris.
At that age, you're going to say the guy. He's the guy, the one that does the flip flaps.
Yeah.
I'll tell you who's going to be playing a higher level. The guy who's
That is
slapping.
very, very interesting. Makes me think like Adam Wharton.
What do you mean?
Just like you don't watch him and think, oh wow, like that's beautiful to watch.
Really? I love watching Adam Wharton.
No. I love watching Adam Wharton.
I think
I was a centre mid.
Oh, okay, right.
But he's not like.
But he looks.
He's not nutmegging people, and you're going, oh shit.
He's still. I'd still put him in the tech looks good category because he looks natural on the ball. I'm putting like.
I need to think of Jokeris.
Yes.
Looks like a fucking donkey when he plays.
Yeah, he's just baggy touches.
Yeah.
Let's say he scored 40 goals this year.
Yeah.
Who would you say has more tech? Do you know what I mean?
I do know what you mean.
So.
Yeah, interesting.
It is interesting.
Okay. Another myth.
Yes.
Or not myth. English players get overhyped.
Yeah, so that I'm actually torn with this one, because there are certain English players that I think if they were Spanish, like we wouldn't even give them a second look.
I think that's bollocks.
You think really? You don't think that English players get overhyped at all?
Nope.
I don't listen. This is not. I'm not saying all of them do. I'm saying there's definitely some. I need to think of an example actually.
But there's. We'll go back to him. Vinny Junior. I don't think he's very good at football, but everyone calls him the best footballer in the world. I look through the England team and I think, okay, let's think about Saka. He's not overhyped. He's that good. All right, let's think about Kane. He's not overhyped. Let's think about Wharton. Okay, he's not. Mark Gahey. Okay, he's not. None of them are actually overhyped. They're actually really fucking good at football. Declan Rice.
They are. No, they are good at football. But let me switch it and put it on the other side of it. If you had name a good foreign player who's like very good, but not like world class. Camavinga. Like if he was English. He would get rated higher than he is now by English people.
But doesn't he get rated higher by French people? Do you know what I mean?
Know.
Like, yeah.
There's an English player I had in my mind, and it's just gone. But I was thinking, I was watching a game the other day. I was thinking, if you were not English, wow, you would not be rated.
You think like Morgan Rogers?
No, I don't know if it was.
Madueke?
No, it wasn't an Arsenal player. Who was we playing? Newcastle.
Yeah, Dan Burn,
Oh fuck no,
Nick
man.
Pope. Yeah,
But
I just think if you go through like the England team, none of them are overhyped. They're
No,
all that
yeah.
good.
I know, yeah. I don't think it necessarily of the top elite players,
Yeah.
but there are players, man.
But I think that comes with the price. I think that comes with clubs going, well, he's English. Every English club needs English players for quotas. So we're going to put 60 million instead of 40 million, therefore overhyped.
Yeah,
I don't think that correlates to...
What about, like, as of late, this has changed, but what about the lack of wins as an English team when we always think every year we think we should win it?
Yeah, I get where that comes in, and I don't technically know the explanation to that. However, if you look at the team on paper, they're fucking quality.
They are good, yeah. They are very good.
I don't know.
They are.
Like,
I don't know, man.
I think everyone overhopes their own team, so we see...
Yeah, it's a tricky one to answer. I'd say there's only a small percentage that I'd say that we do overhype.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but I just think this whole, like, Newcastle fans will go, Dan Burn's quality, and when England play, we'll go, Dan Burn's quality. But then a Sunderland fan will go, if he was called Danis Burners, he would be 20 million less and no one would rate him. Like, I understand, but I think it's just down to...
There was a famous one that Pep come out and said about Jack Wilshere. We have 100 Jack Wilsheres in Spain.
That's bullshit. That is bullshit.
Yeah.
You don't.
I don't know. Not.
You're not
They
been
might
there.
do.
No, I know what you mean. I need an answer then. Is it a myth or is it true? English players get overhyped.
So that doesn't say all English players. So some. I can interpret that as some.
You're sitting on the fence.
So some English players get overhyped. I believe that's true. Yeah, that's not a myth.
Oh, I think that's a myth.
Wow.
Fuck you. Right. This one I enjoy because I need your insight for this.
Okay.
Footballers never seem to get injured in a contract year. What here we're talking about is if you've got 1 year left, you're in your last year. Miraculously, you're never getting injured anymore. Yeah. One famous one, Thomas Partey. Injuries galore. And then in the last year, didn't get injured once.
Yeah.
Convenient, that.
It's convenient. I think there's two things to this. I think, one, if you know you're in your last year, there's certain... Listen, 90% of footballers... 100% of footballers, like 90% of the time...
Yeah.
Will be playing with a little niggle.
Really?
I've yet to see no one who's not played like with a little niggle.
That's really interesting.
Just because you're pushing your body to the limit the whole time. So there would be little niggles that footballers get, and if they're in their last year of their contract, they might overlook and play through a bit more than if they had 3-4 years left on their contract.
Is that not disingenuous?
Maybe, yeah. But it's sometimes it forces your hand. Like in an ideal world, you would prefer to rest, overcome the injury, and get back to full 100% and feel fine. But if you've got a year left and you're not sure if it's going to be renewed, you're going to think, I'd have to play through this. I have to get some games.
Do you know anyone that would be like injured quite a bit and then contract year?
Yeah, probably about 100 people.
Won't name them. But
I don't think it's a bad thing. I don't. Like, you're going to have...
It seems like a bad thing as a fan.
Why?
Because play fucking last year if you're all right.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I think it's not like he's all right last year and he just didn't want to play. It's more he's not all right this year, but he's just got to play through it.
I do get it. But like as a fan, I'm thinking, well, if you can play through it this year, you could have played through it last year.
Yeah, but
then he hasn't got the mentality to...
He has the luxury to then, just give me an extra 3-4 weeks, a month off, and let me come back and play properly.
So how many footballers do you think play at 100%?
0.
Really?
100, no chance.
And how do you determine what's like a niggle and what's an injury?
Yeah, so that's actually something that's quite hard. When you start off, when I first went into full-time football, I used to have loads of these like niggles coming about because it's the first time you're in every day, training 2-3 times a day.
Yeah.
And I used to go to the physios and think like, just say what's up.
Yeah.
And I'd think like, am I injured? And over time, you basically just get used to what your body can handle and what is a niggle and what's not.
Yeah.
So sometimes they might pull you out for a couple of days. You go again and see, is it all right?
Yeah.
I remember going in my first week of training, and after every day, I'd wake up the next morning, my hamstrings would feel like barbed wire.
Really?
And to the point where I couldn't it wasn't like really bad pain, but I couldn't like walk naturally because they were so sore.
Yeah.
And then the physios would tell me, this is actually like common. Just train through it. like even if you're training shit, do the gym through it, and in a 2-3 weeks you'll overcome it and you'll feel much better. And I did.
Really?
Yeah, it's mad.
I think for like the non-footballer, the way I can describe it is like DOMs after the gym.
Yeah.
When you go to gym and you haven't been for 3 months, the rest of that, you do 2 sessions. The rest of that week you go, I can't train. My chest hurts too much.
Yeah.
In 2 months, you just train.
Yeah.
Because like you said, you're used to your body's.
Yeah, yeah.
That's not an injury.
So
that's just me a bit sore.
It's like DOMs with your muscles, but then also like that's a specific muscle,
Yeah.
isn't it? Whereas then it's that plus just your whole legs are aching. But then you go in and train the next day and you get through it, and it's mad how quick it changes.
Okay, so
I also think there might be a case of like people might take their rehab and prep recovery more serious
okay,
on the last year of their contract. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I've never.
because they want to get a move or something. Yeah. So footballers never seem to get injured in a contract year. I guess it's not really a statement. It's just that I think.
Yeah. No.
But that's true because you think they play through pain.
Yeah. I think that's true. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. This one is a big one. This is probably the biggest football statement anyone ever says. Messi couldn't do it on a cold, rainy night in Stoke.
You know what my answer's going to be to this.
You fucking love him.
I love him.
All right, let me change it.
All right.
Ronaldo couldn't do it in a cold, rainy night in Stoke.
Well, I'll answer that question this way. Messi could do it a lot easier and a lot more often than Ronaldo could do it in a cold, whatever it is, rainy night in Stoke.
Okay.
I think Ronaldo could, to be fair.
Yeah.
But Ronaldo would need a team around him that's good. Messi wouldn't. And for all this shit that Messi, like, the pitches are bobbly, it's wet, he's going to get clamped all day. It doesn't matter with Messi. Like, you see him...
You can't get near him.
Yeah, you get nowhere near him. And he's played on shit pitches, by the way, and still terrorised teams. In Champions League, he's played games where people have just swung for his legs. James Milner swung for his legs about 3-4 times, pushed him off the pitch.
Yeah.
The result was what? Milner got nutmegged about 3 times and Messi scored 2 goals.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Okay,
I think the main debate is the pitch, but I think Messi has played on shit pitches and done well.
Yeah, I think that whole statement, we can broaden it to like when you get a top footballer and you go, yeah, could he do it on a rainy...
Yeah.
It's like not very nice conditions, people trying to hurt you, shit pitches.
But I think a lot of top footballers would struggle.
Really?
Yeah.
You see it in the FA Cup, don't you? When you go to a horrible pitch and they can't string together 4 passes.
Yeah. But I think Messi...
But Messi himself...
He's got that aggression as well, man. Like, he can play...
A bit nasty, isn't it? But you don't think Ronaldo could?
No, Ronaldo could, but not as good as Messi.
That's a different debate. So myth or not, Messi couldn't do it on a cold rain.
What do you think?
I reckon Messi could run rings around fucking sharks. He's so good at football.
Well, what about Ronaldo?
I think mentality-wise, he'd get annoyed.
Yeah.
And a bit stroppy.
And don't you think the team will need to be a bit more influential than
I do agree.
to Messi?
So basically, this whole statement is how much better is Messi than Ronaldo? we always do.
Come on.
Okay, cool. Next one. Oh, this could get nasty. Footballers don't care about the fans.
I think this can be very true.
Oh,
it can be. It can be like their allegiance just changes too quickly. You think they can't have cared that much.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do know what you mean.
At the end of the day, it's like they'll join a club. I'm going to use Alexis Sanchez as an example.
Yep.
He joins Arsenal. He will care about the club and the fans while he's at the club.
Yep.
But he's still going to make decisions like he did to move to United based on his career and development. So I don't know if that's harsh to say he wouldn't care about the fans because he moved to United.
Yeah.
Then he moved somewhere else and he's like, sometimes you can do over the fans by moving to a rival.
Yeah.
But he would have cared about the fans at the club. I think it's less common nowadays. I reckon 15 years ago, there were some players that just couldn't give a shit about the fans.
Yeah, I think there's
of the club.
I think with social media, there's a big connection between fans and players.
Yeah.
But like, for example, if you're playing shit and 10,000 fans are booing you, you are going to care.
Yeah, exactly that, and it ties in a little bit to if they like football as well. They might, or they just treating it as a job. But I think if you don't like the fans and then they start cheering your name every week, you're going to fucking like them.
Yeah.
And if they start booing you, you're going to hate them.
Do you think you do care?
I think so.
And do you think, I'll twist that a bit, do you think players listen to fans? I think
it's hard to avoid them these days.
Yeah.
But again, I'd say most not actively go and listen, but hear it because
Yeah.
you can't avoid it. But some will just switch off at all.
I think what I was thinking that, not player but manager, Arsenal, Man City,
Yeah.
Arsenal play very defensively.
Yeah, yeah.
Everyone goes mad at Arteta, take the handbrake off, you've got to go attacking. Against Newcastle, brother, we had every attacking player
On the pitch. Yeah.
Has he been a bit swayed by fans, media, noise?
Nah.
You don't think so at all?
I think he got swayed by his second half in the Man City game. He put on more attacking players and see the benefits.
So you think if no one said a thing, he would have done exactly the same?
Based off the Man City game, I think he would have started Eze again, yeah. Like he would have changed the starting lineup like he did, yeah.
Okay. So then surely he doesn't care.
I don't know, I can't speak for him. But I don't
We'll
think
get him
it's
on.
like, right, I've got to do this now because the fans have all got on me. It's not that.
Yeah, yeah.
And if that is the case, then I don't think he should be a manager.
Wow. Harsh.
Hammer him.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so
To be fair, he's
footballers...
doing the opposite.
He's doing he actually doesn't
He
care.
does not care about the team, the club, the fans.
care about anything.
Yeah.
So footballers don't care about the fans. Myth?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. What about this one? Money guarantees success in football.
As in pumping money into a club.
Yep.
No. I can't, no.
Is it not?
There's just so
Newcastle get Saudi owners and suddenly in the Champions League.
Yeah, but it doesn't. Yeah, but that hasn't guaranteed success. What's success?
Well, they won an FA Cup.
If success is just improving as a team and moving up a couple spaces, then it won't guarantee it, but it's a lot more likely.
But that would be success for them, I think.
But there's so many teams with money now that I don't think it can guarantee success. And there's so many players that it's not like just your top 10 players in the world are costing 80 million. You can get a top 10 player for 80 million. You can also get someone who's probably top 100 for 80 million. It's all dependent on contracts, age, so money doesn't just always buy you better players.
I do agree. Do you think if like PIF and financial fair play weren't there, then it would?
It would definitely be more, yeah.
Because Newcastle will go and spend $1 billion next year.
Yeah, it would definitely be more, but it won't guarantee it because they can spend $1 billion. Like they can get all the best players in the world, really, or like for a couple.
See it with Chelsea.
Yeah, and it's not going to necessarily make a good team.
Mm-hmm.
See it with PSG.
Yeah.
Messi, Neymar, Mbappe, like fucking, you can't get any better.
Yeah.
And they still struggled against teams.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. What do you think? I'd say no, though.
I think to a certain extent, it almost definitely guarantees improvement.
Yeah.
Whether that's success or not, because it depends what you determine as success. More followed on social media, winning more games, trophies. Because take Newcastle, for example. Saudi owners come in, they buy your Tonalis, your Isaks. They win an FA Cup last year, they get Champions League. To them, is that successful?
Yeah.
But now has the success changed? Now do they need to win the Prem? Do they need to win Champions League? And they can't do it.
That's a good point. Like you can say, does it guarantee success? But once you get loads of money in and you've spent loads of money, like Chelsea, Newcastle, your ambition and expectations of the fans of the club go up. When you don't meet them, the fans are onto you more. The environment's changed. You're like, it's now like a more fickle environment. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think Chelsea are the biggest example of this.
Yeah.
How much money have they spent and they're still a bit of
United.
shit? Yeah.
They spend a lot, don't they?
Yeah. So, money guarantees success?
No, not guaranteed.
You think that's a myth?
Yeah.
Interesting. I got a couple. I asked ChatGPT this morning
Okay.
for some football myths that we could debate.
Okay.
This is an interesting one. So I said, ChatGPT, brother.
Could be a girl.
Okay. It's a brother to me.
Oh, okay.
I said, got a pro footballer to debunk football myths. And he said, how about this for a myth or not? Arsenal bottling titles is inevitable.
Well, it's not inevitable.
Is it not?
I don't like the Arsenal slander from ChatGPT.
He did say sorry, bro, with a laughing face after it.
No, what do you mean? So that just means they're going to do that forever?
Arsenal are bottle jobs.
No, we're not.
I'm going to play devil's advocate because I also agree with you.
Yeah.
But for the past few years, every time we've got in a position of about to do it, we have fallen off.
Yeah, but you can say that about so many teams. Like so that's basically, unless you win something, you're going to be bottle jobs forever. Like it's not.
But is it not like second, semi-finals of Champions League? Probably have a better team than Bayern Munich 2 years ago. Would still lose to them.
For me, like where we come from 8th, right?
Yeah.
That second place we got probably was a bit too early, and I think we overperformed with what we had compared to the rest of the teams.
Okay.
And then we're like the improvement in our team for me has still been year on year.
Mm-hmm.
We're just let's say first place is up here.
Yeah.
Sorry for the audio listeners, but I'm putting my hand up. First place is up here, right? And we were 8th. We got 2nd, right? We're still improving, but because first place is here, it's still second. Do you know what I mean? And we're getting closer and closer to first place. So I don't think you can call that a bottle job if we're still improving as a team. I think we bottled one league.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
But bottling one thing, fucking hell, it can happen. The
Yeah.
teams are good.
So what happens if we come second again this year? We get semi-final Champions League, we get semi-finals of the Cup.
Yeah, but is that bottling or are we just not good enough? For me, if you keep coming second, you're not good enough.
So you don't think Arsenal are good enough?
I think bottling, right, is you should be winning the league. Like it's a majority of people, and you're most likely to win the league, and you don't for whatever. Like for
So who's most likely to win the league this year? Is it Liverpool?
I still think Liverpool are most likely, but I think it's neck and neck.
So if they don't win it, have they bottled it? With the amount of money they spend?
I think it's too tight to call it bottle. I don't like the term throwing bottling out there. I think bottling is like you've got let's say Arsenal in the FA Cup final against Wigan.
Yeah.
And we lose. That's a bottle. Because we should be turning them over 10 out of 10.
Got you.
But bottling just gets thrown about.
You think losing to PSG in a semi-final?
It's not fucking bottling.
Yeah.
You're playing one of the best teams in the world.
Who went on to win it? Yeah.
Like,
so Arsenal are bottle jobs. Is that a myth?
yeah, it's a myth.
Okay.
What about you?
Yeah. Bottling is just a social media term.
Yeah.
I understand if you're winning 5-0 and you lose 6-5, you bottled it.
Yeah, like it's just, exactly. And it gets thrown about. Like, same with GOAT. GOAT gets thrown about too much.
Correct.
How many GOATs are there? There's only one in by definition, the greatest of all time.
So we think the GOAT is Messi.
Yeah.
People would say Ronaldo.
Yeah.
People would say other Ronaldo.
Yeah. But then like some people would be like, oh, Declan Rice is the GOAT. Or Saka's the GOAT. Or Salah's the GOAT. And it's just like, you're basically just saying that you like them.
Yeah. It's just whatever term you use on social media is wrong. Yeah, I agree. Okay. This is a really interesting one.
Yeah.
From ChatGPT. The Ballon d'Or is just a popularity contest.
It pretty much is, yeah. It's like taking the mic.
Because it's voted for by players, critics.
Yeah, all pro players, critics and stuff like that. I think it's definitely like it's popularity and then like who's done, like combined with who's done well in that season, accolades and performance. But I always thought the Ballon d'Or was just the best player in the world.
Yeah.
Whereas I don't think it's as simple as that.
Yeah. Because for me, Vinny Jr. was nowhere near it.
Yeah.
But he almost won, and then everyone threw a strop when he didn't win.
Yeah.
But funnily enough, it was only the Real Madrid players and the Brazilian team that threw a strop.
Yeah.
So maybe that's completely true. That it's just.
Like if someone's just getting mad hype all year, and let's say they're not actually the best player, but they're getting mad hype, they're young, like, and they're just like a very marketable person.
Yeah.
And it's probably going to be that's going to be the case for the next 10 years for that player.
I think it can be a popularity contest. However, I think Rodri was a deserved winner.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
I don't think that was popularity. But the Vinny Jr. reaction was because of his popularity. Because he definitely wasn't the second best player in the world that year.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a sticky one. I just don't like the award being based off that season as in like accolades. I think it should just be who is the best player at football in the world. And it's just at this current time.
So when would Messi have started winning it and when would he finish winning it?
He would have first won it in 2009.
Yeah.
And he would have finished it probably his World Cup year, 22.
Okay, yeah. Decent.
Thanks.
Okay, I want to end on this one.
All right.
This one's huge, especially for you.
Oh, shit.
Cristiano Ronaldo harmed teams more than he helped after 2018.
After 2018. So after 2018, he was at Juventus?
After the Real Madrid move, basically.
Okay, so Juventus and...
United.
And... Okay. Harmed it? Nah, I can't... Listen, people think I don't like Ronaldo. I actually do like Ronaldo, but I just think Messi's better. I don't think that's true. He done really good at Juventus. I didn't watch them week in, week out, so it's hard to say, but take United, for example. I definitely think he made him a better team. He come back. The amount of goals and last minute goals he would score would be unreal. There were still games where it's like, oh, some of our other players have been sort of suppressed because of Ronaldo in the team, but not the majority of the time.
Okay, let me put it to you in terms of not goals, assists, output. I'll put it to you in terms of like team morale, bonding.
Yeah.
The Portugal incident where I can't remember who shot. Maybe Diogo Jota had a shot in the World Cup of Euros again. I can't remember. he skimmed it with his hair, and as soon as he went in, he ran off with his hand up like, it was me.
Yeah.
That's wanky.
That's just his personality.
The Man United
of wanting to be the best.
The Man United Piers Morgan interview when he was at United saying United are a shit club. That is gonna harm the team.
Yeah, but I think when he went to United, I feel like all the players, because they respect him so much, I don't feel like they were like, fucking hell, like he's just made it all about him, even though it ended up being about him. I don't think they were like, the morale of the team dropped towards the end, obviously.
Yeah.
But I think it's actually, for me, it would inspire me because I'd see the work ethic.
Yeah.
And I'd respect him, like, for coming in the club. I respect what he's done as a player. Mm-hmm. It would make me, I don't know, you can take it two ways.
He was also spitting absolute facts, by the way.
Yeah.
After that, every single player said, yeah, United is a shit club.
Yeah,
so,
they are, yeah. They were shit. And they actually had a good spell with him.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
maybe he did it.
Maybe he's a legend.
But some young players might be like, oh, he's just taking any noise and any hype about me away.
Yeah.
And taking it onto him. That might piss some players off.
Okay.
Maybe.
That's myths done.
Yes.
You've busted a lot of myths.
Yeah. To be fair, like some of them are 50-50, I'd say. But
Yeah.
a lot of them I'm very strongly opinionated about.
Basically, what you've done is you said, I was a footballer, so I know what's right, and all the fans are idiots.